Anakin couldn't believe what he was seeing. The temple walls around him dissolved, not crumbling, just fading away like morning mist. In their place, an endless void stretched out, filled with doorways. Hundreds of them, thousands maybe. Each one glowed with pale blue light, floating in the darkness like stars. He took a step forward. His boots made no sound. "What is this place?" he whispered. The Force answered, but not with words. It flooded his mind with understanding. This was the world between worlds, a pathway beyond time, beyond space. The ancient Jedi called it Virgin Scatter. The Sith knew it as the Eternal Threshold. Anakin moved closer to the nearest doorway. Inside, he saw himself, younger, standing in the Jedi Council chambers. He remembered that day, the day they denied him the rank of Master. Another portal showed Padme. She was crying, holding her swollen belly. Mustafar, the worst day of his life. His chest tightened. "Can I?" He reached toward the portal. A voice echoed through the void. "To walk through is to change everything." Anakin spun around. No one was there. The voice continued, softer now. "Time is a river, Chosen One. Touch one stone and the entire current shifts." He turned back to the portals. There were so many moments, so many chances to fix what went wrong. He could save his mother, warn the Jedi about Palpatine, stop himself from falling to the dark side. His hand hovered inches from the portal, showing Padme. "I could save her," he said. "I could save everyone." The Force pulsed, a warning, or maybe a challenge. Anakin's fingers brushed the glowing surface. The doorway rippled like water. On the other side, Padme looked up, directly at him, as if she could sense something was wrong. Time held its breath, and Anakin Skywalker stepped through. The portal spit him out into Palpatine's office. Anakin stumbled forward, catching himself against the wall, except his hand passed straight through it. He looked down at himself, translucent, like a ghost. "I'm not really here," he realized. Lightning crackled across the room. He spun around. There was Palpatine, twisted, desperate, cowering on the floor. Mace Windu stood over him, lightsaber raised, purple blade humming with deadly intent. 3 dead Jedi Masters lay scattered nearby. Fisto, Tyne, Kolar. Anakin's stomach dropped. He knew what came next. "You are under arrest, my lord," Mace said, his voice cold as ice. Palpatine's face twisted into something inhuman. "Are you threatening me, Master Jedi?" "The Senate will decide your fate." "I am the Senate." More lightning. Mace deflected it, the energy turning back on Palpatine. The Sith Lord screamed, his face melting, distorting into the monster Anakin remembered. "No, please, I'm too weak," Palpatine gasped. "Don't kill me. I can't hold on any longer." Mace raised his blade higher. "You Sith disease, I am going to end this once and for all." The door burst open. Anakin watched himself run in, younger, frantic, eyes wide with confusion and fear. That version of him didn't see the truth, couldn't see past Padme's face, past the nightmares, past Palpatine's lies. "Anakin," his younger self shouted, "I need him." Mace didn't lower his weapon. "He's too dangerous to be kept alive." "It's not the Jedi way," young Anakin pleaded. "He must stand trial. He has control of the Senate and the courts. He's too dangerous." Palpatine's yellow eyes locked onto young Anakin. "I'm too weak. Please." Mace prepared the killing blow. "Goodbye, my lord." The present Anakin screamed, "Don't do it! Don't!" But no one heard him. His younger self ignited his lightsaber and struck. Mace Windu's hand and his purple blade fell to the floor below. Anakin collapsed to his knees, forced to watch himself doom the galaxy all over again. Anakin couldn't take it anymore. He watched Mace Windu fall out the window, screaming into the Coruscant night. Watched Palpatine rise from the floor, cackling with twisted victory. Watched his younger self drop to his knees, broken and lost. "What have I done?" young Anakin whispered.
Palpatine's hand rested on his shoulder. "You're fulfilling your destiny, Anakin. The Jedi are traitors. They turned against you." "No," the present Anakin growled. He stood up, fists clenched. "I won't let this happen again." The Force screamed again, warning, begging, "Don't interfere." He ignored it. Anakin lunged forward, reaching through the barrier between observer and memory. His translucent hand became solid, real. The moment he touched his younger self's shoulder, everything changed. Young Anakin spun around, eyes wide with shock. "Who?" "Listen to me." Anakin grabbed him by both shoulders. "Palpatine is lying. Everything he's told you is a lie. Padme doesn't have to die. You don't have to fall." Palpatine's expression twisted from triumph to rage. "Impossible! The world between worlds is sealed!" Young Anakin stared at his older self. Recognition flickered in his eyes. The scars, the mechanical hand, the darkness radiating from him like heat from a fire. "I'm you?" young Anakin breathed. "I'm what you become if you stay here." Anakin tightened his grip. "Walk away, right now. Don't let him turn you into a monster." Palpatine ignited his lightsaber, crimson blade blazing. "You dare tamper with time itself?" The room began to shake. Not just the office, the entire timeline. Cracks appeared in the air like shattered glass. Through them, Anakin saw glimpses of other moments, other choices, other possibilities. The Force wasn't just warning him anymore, it was screaming. Young Anakin looked between his future self and Palpatine, torn between two impossible truths. "Choose," Anakin urged. "Right now. Choose differently." The cracks in reality spread wider. And somewhere, across space and time, Padme gasped, clutching her chest as the timeline rewrote itself around her. Reality snapped back into place like a broken bone resetting. Mace Windu didn't fall. Instead, he caught himself on the window frame with the Force, pulling his body back into the office. His hand, still attached, still gripping his purple lightsaber, ignited once more. Young Anakin stumbled backward, staring at his future self in confusion and horror. The older Anakin held him firm, keeping him away from Palpatine. "No!" Palpatine screamed. "This isn't how it happens." Mace advanced, his face carved from stone. "It's over, Sidious. You've lost." The Sith Lord unleashed another torrent of Force lightning, but this time, Anakin didn't interfere. Mace deflected the attack, the energy crackling harmlessly into the walls. The smell of burnt ozone filled the air. Palpatine's yellow eyes darted between the two Anakins. "You don't understand what you've done. The timeline, the balance." "The balance was never yours to control," Mace said coldly. He thrust his blade forward. Palpatine twisted away, but not fast enough. The purple lightsaber caught him across the shoulder, severing his right arm. The Sith Lord collapsed, howling in agony. "The Jedi will pay for this," Palpatine gasped, his face contorted with rage and pain. "The clones, Order 66. "Already countermanded," Mace said. He raised his wrist comm. "Master Yoda, the Chancellor is neutralized. Send Republic security immediately." Yoda's voice crackled through. "Felt a disturbance in the Force, I have. Changed something has." The older Anakin felt it too. The world between worlds was pulling him back. The timeline was trying to stabilize. He looked at his younger self, still wide-eyed, still processing everything. "Remember this," Anakin said urgently. "Trust the Jedi. Trust Padme. Don't let fear control you." Young Anakin nodded slowly. "Will I still become you?" The older Anakin started to fade, his form dissolving like smoke. Not anymore. The last thing he saw was Mace Windu standing over Palpatine's defeated body, lightsaber raised for the final strike. Then, the portal swallowed him whole. Anakin tumbled through the void, gasping for air. The world between worlds spun around him, but something was wrong. The pathways were collapsing, doorways shattered like glass, their light dying. And ahead, standing in the darkness, was a figure he never expected to see. Darth Vader. His own dark armor stared back at him. Anakin ignited his lightsaber. Blue light cut through the darkness. Darth Vader stood motionless, his black armor gleaming like obsidian. The mechanical breathing echoed through the void, slow, deliberate, suffocating. Red lightsaber held loosely at his side. "You should not have interfered," Vader's voice rumbled, distorted by the mask. Anakin raised his blade defensively. "I saved the galaxy. I stopped Palpatine." "You erased me." The words hit harder than any blow. Anakin stared at the dark figure before him, the future he'd just prevented, the monster he would never become. "You were a mistake," Anakin said, though his voice wavered. "Everything you did, the Jedi you killed, the planets you destroyed. I brought order." Vader ignited his lightsaber. The crimson blade bathed them both in blood-red light. "You brought chaos. Look around you." Anakin did. The world between worlds was dying. Portals collapsed like dying stars. Entire timelines winked out of existence. The pathways cracked and crumbled, falling into nothingness. "The Force demands balance," Vader continued, stepping closer. "You cannot change destiny without consequences. Your interference created a paradox. If I never existed," he gestured to himself, "then you never had a reason to travel back. And if you never traveled back, Mace dies. You're born." Anakin finished the thought, horror creeping into his chest. "It's a loop. Worse."
"It's a fracture." Vader raised his blade into an attack stance. "One of us must cease to exist for the timeline to stabilize. The Force has decreed it." "Then I choose me," Anakin said firmly. "I won't let you destroy everything I fixed." "Noble, foolish." Vader lunged forward with terrifying speed. Their lightsabers clashed, blue against red. The impact sent shockwaves through the void. Sparks flew like dying stars. Anakin blocked another strike, then another. Vader fought with cold precision, each movement calculated, efficient, brutal. This wasn't just fighting himself. This was fighting everything he feared becoming. Vader pressed the attack, driving Anakin backward toward the edge of a collapsing platform. "You cannot win. I am what you are at your strongest." "No." Anakin pushed back, their blades locked together. Vader's mask tilted slightly. "Then prove it." He force-pushed Anakin into a portal, one showing Mustafar in flames. Anakin tumbled through, screaming as reality shattered around him. Young Anakin stepped forward, his lightsaber ignited beside Mace's. Palpatine clutched his severed arm, blood pooling beneath him. His yellow eyes darted between the two Jedi, calculating, desperate. The mask of the kindly Chancellor had completely fallen away. Only the Sith Lord remained. "You made a choice, Anakin," Mace said, not taking his eyes off Palpatine. "The right choice." "He lied to me," Anakin replied, his voice shaking with anger. "About everything. About saving Padme, about the Jedi, about who he really was." Palpatine's lips curled into a sneer. "I offered you power, the ability to save those you love, and you threw it away for what? Their outdated rules? Their fear of strength?" "That wasn't strength," Anakin shot back. "That was just fear, your fear." Mace activated his wrist comm. "Master Yoda, we need a full security team at the Chancellor's office immediately." "And a Force suppression collar." "On our way we are," Yoda's voice crackled through. Palpatine laughed, a wet, rattling sound. "You think you've won? You think stopping me here ends anything?" "It ends the Sith," Mace said coldly. "Right here, right now. The Sith are eternal." Palpatine's hand moved subtly towards his remaining sleeve. "You Jedi never understood. We are an idea, a philosophy.
You can kill the man, but the darkness," he smiled through his pain, "the darkness always returns." Anakin sensed it a split second too late. "Mace, he's..." Palpatine triggered hidden device on his wrist, a hologram projector, but not just any hologram, a pre-recorded message that broadcast across every clone trooper's helmet in the Republic military. "Execute Order 66, Palpatine's voice echoed from the device. Across the galaxy, millions of clone troopers stopped what they were doing. Their programming activated. Inhibitor chips buried deep in their brains overrode their free will, and they turned their blasters on the Jedi. On Kashyyyk, Commander Gree aimed at Yoda. On Mygeeto, Ki-Adi-Mundi fell under a hail of blaster fire. On Felucia, Aayla Secura's own troops gunned her down. Anakin felt thousands of lights in the Force go dark. "No!" he screamed. Palpatine's smile widened. "Even in defeat, I win." Mace's blade descended toward the Sith Lord's neck, but outside the window, clone gunships were already approaching, weapons armed. And in the Jedi Temple across Coruscant, the 501st Legion began their assault. The world between worlds couldn't hold both realities anymore. Anakin felt it happening, like a blade cutting through fabric. The entire realm shuddered, groaned, and then split, clean down the middle. Two pathways, two futures, two completely different galaxies. Vader sensed it too. He lowered his lightsaber slightly, his mask turning toward the fracture. Impossible.
"The Force is making a choice," Anakin breathed. "It's letting both of us exist." In separate timelines, Vader's mechanical breathing quickened. A branch, a divergence. The void between them crystallized into a barrier, transparent, shimmering, but absolute. On Vader's side, the portal showed his reality. The Empire, Star Destroyers, Stormtroopers, planets enslaved under Imperial rule, death and suffering across the galaxy. On Anakin's side, the portal showed something different. The Republic enduring, Jedi surviving, Palpatine defeated, a future where hope remained. "You get your galaxy," Anakin said quietly. "I get mine." Vader stared at him through the barrier. For a long moment, neither spoke. Then, almost too quiet to hear beneath the breathing apparatus, Vader said, "Does she live in your timeline?" Anakin's chest tightened. "Padme?" A slight nod. "I don't know yet," Anakin admitted, "but she has a chance, a real one." Vader's hand clenched into a fist. The rage was there. Anakin could feel it radiating through the barrier like heat, but beneath it, something else. Something that might have been regret, or maybe just the ghost of who Vader used to be. "Then you are truly stronger than I was," Vader said finally. "You chose love over power. I chose power over love." The barrier solidified, becoming opaque. The two timelines were sealing themselves off from each other, permanent, irreversible. "Goodbye, Anakin Skywalker," Vader's voice echoed as his form disappeared into shadow. "Live the life I never could." Anakin stood alone in his half of the world between worlds. The portals around him stabilized, no longer collapsing. The pathway home opened, glowing softly, inviting. He took one last look at where Vader had stood. Two men, same face, completely different choices. Then he stepped through the portal and emerged back on Mortis, gasping, clutching his chest. The temple walls were solid again, real. The world between worlds had closed behind him. Somewhere across the galaxy, in the new timeline he'd created, Padme Amidala opened her eyes, no longer dying, and the future changed forever. Anakin collapsed on the temple floor, breathing hard. He made it. He was back. The world between worlds was behind him, sealed away, and the ground shook violently. Anakin spun around. The portal hadn't closed. It still hung in the air,
pulsing with unstable energy. Cracks spread across the temple walls like spiderwebs. The Force screamed in agony. No, no, no! Anakin scrambled to his feet. Close, you're supposed to close. Instead, the portal widened. Something dark stirred on the other side. Shadows moved within the void, ancient, hungry things that existed between moments. Sith spirits, Force entities, beings that should never touch the living world. A voice whispered from the darkness. Not Vader's, something older. The doorway opens. Anakin ignited his lightsaber. Not today.
He thrust his blade into the portal's edge, trying to collapse it. The energy recoiled, throwing him backward. His shoulder slammed against stone. Pain exploded through his body. The whispers grew louder. Dozens of voices now, hundreds, all clawing toward freedom. Skywalker, a female voice, ancient. He thrust his blade into the portal's edge, trying to collapse it. The energy recoiled, throwing him backward. His shoulder slammed against stone. Pain exploded through his body. The whispers grew louder. Dozens of voices now, hundreds, all clawing toward freedom. Skywalker, a female voice, ancient and cold. Free us, and we will give you power beyond imagining. I don't want power, Anakin growled. He climbed to his feet again. I just want this thing closed. He reached into the Force, pulling with everything he had. The portal resisted. It wasn't just open, it was anchored. Anchored to him, to his choice, to the moment he changed the timeline. And then he understood. The Force demands balance, he whispered, remembering Vader's words. A life for a timeline. Someone has to stay. Someone had to hold the door shut. From the inside. Forever. Anakin's hands shook. In the new timeline he'd created, Padme was alive. The Jedi survived. The galaxy had hope. But only if this portal stayed closed. Only if someone kept the darkness contained. He thought of Padme's smile, his unborn children, the future he'd given them. A future he'd never see. I'm sorry, Anakin said softly. He stepped backward, into the portal. The moment his body crossed the threshold, the Force surged through him, binding him to the world between worlds, anchoring him to the doorway. His physical form began dissolving, becoming part of the structure itself. The portal started to shrink. Outside, on Mortis, the temple stabilized, the cracks sealed, the darkness retreated. Inside, Anakin Skywalker stood alone in the void, his hands pressed against the closing doorway, holding it shut, keeping the monsters at bay. The chosen one, the dark voices hissed, trapped forever. Anakin smiled grimly. Better me than them. The portal sealed with a flash of light, and Anakin Skywalker disappeared from the galaxy.